Hey guys, Greg here again, and I just watched Dungeon Master Johnny's video entitled D&T, where he talked about different editions, and towards the end of the video, he asked about everyone's first experiences with Dungeons and Dragons. Now, my first experience with Dungeons and Dragons goes back even before I knew about Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm going to start with a couple video games: Elder Scrolls 4: Oblivion and Dragon Age Origins. These games were really key on getting me to start playing D&D. Before I played these, I really never learned anything about a fantasy game world. I had played different video games, but I've never played anything that's fantasy based. So once I played these, I was hooked, and I started looking for tabletop versions. So what I did was go on YouTube and watched a ton of Chris Perkins videos, the Penny Arcade videos, as well as the Robot Chicken. And from there, I was hooked. So I went to my local game store and bought the Dungeon Master's kit, thinking this was all I needed. Sadly, I was mistaken, so I went and picked up PDFs of the Monster Manual and the Dungeon Master's Guide, and I couldn't figure it out. It was too much too soon. So I went and bought the Player's Handbooks. I've got the Player's Handbook collection that has the first two in it, and played in a mini campaign, and that was really great because it allowed me to take the game from the player side and learn the rules as a player. And then once that campaign was done, I went as a dungeon master and learned all the monster rules. So it was a really great experience. This last year, I ended up running the D&D Encounters program, which was a really great experience because I got to play with people that have been playing D&D for 20 plus years. So it was really great. They were really helpful, and I matured a lot as a DM at that point. When I started DMing, my cousin gave me a big box of miniatures and was just like, "Here, use these in your game since you play D&D." So I would just randomly grab miniatures out of this box and take them up with me to my game store, and then once I got there, looked at the miniatures I had, flipped through the monster manual, and that would be my adventure for the week. And looking back, my players must have went through hell. I'm surprised most of them stuck with me. Now, of course, I'm much better at this. I'm building adventures that play on my story arcs, and I'm putting together great campaigns, in my opinion, and my players' opinions. We just finished up one where the players are in a world. It uses the fourth edition gods, but they're different. Carillion is basically what Bahamut is in the core rules. So, and Carillion was missing. At the end of the campaign, throughout the campaign, they started encountering these rogue groups that were trying to raise Orcus, and in the end, the main group was trying to raise Orcus, and they successfully did it. And my players earlier on had done a mission to try to retrieve Carillion. They failed at it, but they were giving it a flower, and it was supposed to be from Carillion herself, a gift to the mortals. The last session, it was a six-player game. Two of the players were down. Two of them were almost dead, and the other two had just been skirting around the battlefield shooting. So it got down to the two players that were down rolling saving throws to make sure that they don't die, and the two that were still fighting are looking around at the dead bodies, seeing if they have anything to help. And they finally found this flower, and it was a magical one that, when thrown at a living creature, it would take root inside that creature and render it incapacitated. And as soon as it fell, it would sprout further into the ground and trap them for eternity. So the players finally realized this and were able to do it, and the atmosphere at my table, it seemed about in unison. Everyone jumped up and screamed for joy. It was the greatest feeling of accomplishment as a DM so far, knowing that my players enjoyed the campaign, really got emotionally invested in their characters, and at the end of the campaign, when they finally faced off against this final evil, were able to prevail, and they loved it. Now I'm running a new campaign, and I'm hopefully gonna have that same experience with them. So I hope this video is what Dungeon Master Johnny was looking for. I really enjoyed making it, and if you guys like the video, please rate, comment, and subscribe because it does help me out. And thanks for watching.